Your mornings are about to get a kick up the arse. Alright you lot, welcome to my channel. If your breakfast is a stale biscuit and a prayer, then you've come to the right place. We're done with bland, boring, or depressing morning meals. Today, we're diving into 10 brilliant healthy breakfast ideas that will kickstart your day with proper energy and nutrition. So, wake up and smell the deliciousness we're about to create. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more top-tier content. Now, are you ready to transform your mornings from drab to fab? Let's do this. Right, first up, the avocado toast. Now before you roll your eyes and say, oh, how original, let me stop you right there. Most of you are probably doing it all wrong. You're mashing it into a sad guacamole wannabe paste on a piece of bread that's seen better days. That's not breakfast, that's a cry for help. We're talking about perfectly ripe avocado on beautifully toasted, proper bread seasoned like you actually care about what you're eating. This isn't just a trend. Done right, it's a powerhouse of good fats and satisfaction. So listen up because I'm going to show you how to make avocado toast that doesn't taste like disappointment. First, the bread. And I don't mean that pre-sliced, plastic-wrapped rubbish that turns to mush if you breathe on it too hard. Get yourself a decent loaf sourdough, whole grain, rye something with a bit of character, a bit of chew, slice it yourself, nice and thick, about an inch. None of this wafer-thin nonsense. Then you toast it, and I mean it. You want a beautiful golden brown color, crispy on the outside but still with a little bit of life left in the middle. Don't cremate it, you donut. A gentle char is fine, but black is just lazy. A little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil on the hot toast? Oh, now you're thinking like a chef. Next, the star of the show, the avocado. It needs to be ripe, but not a bruised brown mess. Give it a gentle squeeze. It should yield slightly like it's whispering, I'm ready. Cut it in half, twist and pop out the stone carefully. Don't end up in Andy. Scoop out that gorgeous green flesh. Now you can slice it thinly and fan it out like you're a food stylist, or you can give it a gentle mash with a fork. Emphasis on. Next up, we're tackling smoothie bowls. And no, I don't mean that luminous green sludge you bought in a bottle that's packed with more sugar than a candy store. We're talking about a proper, vibrant, nutrient-dense bowl of goodness that you make yourself with actual fruit, actual vegetables, and toppings that add texture and flavor, not just empty calories. This is your chance to get creative, to pack in the vitamins, and to make something that looks as good as it tastes. So, put down that pre-made rubbish and listen carefully. The base of your smoothie bowl is critical. You want it thick, spoonable, not like a watery drink you could sip through a straw. Frozen fruit is your best friend here. Frozen bananas for creaminess, frozen berries for antioxidants and color, frozen mango or pineapple for a tropical twist. Don't be afraid to chuck in some greens. A handful of spinach or kale, I promise you'll barely taste it with all the fruit, but your body will thank you for those extra nutrients. It's about smart additions, not just throwing everything in the blender and hoping for the best. Now, the liquid. You need a little something to get things moving, but not too much or you'll end up with, well, a smoothie, not a smoothie bowl. Alright, you busy bees, this one's for you, overnight oats. If you tell me you don't have time for a healthy breakfast, then you're just not trying hard enough, or you haven't met the magic of prepping the night before. This isn't some soggy, sad porridge, okay? This is a creamy, delicious, and incredibly convenient way to get a powerhouse of nutrients into your system first thing in the morning, with minimal fuss when you're rushing out the door. It's practically breakfast on autopilot, and done right, it's bloody brilliant. The concept is beautifully simple. You combine rolled oats, not those instant powdery excuses for oats, with a liquid and some flavorings, stick it in the fridge overnight, and wake up to breakfast perfection. The oats absorb the liquid, soften up, and become wonderfully creamy without any cooking whatsoever. It's like having a little breakfast elf working for you while you sleep. And the best part? You can make a few jars at once and have breakfast sorted for several days. Now that's what I call smart. Let's talk ratios, because that's key. Generally you're looking at a 1-to-2 ratio of oats to liquid. So, half a cup of rolled oats to 1 cup of milk dairy, almond, soy, oat milk, whatever floats your boat. You can also use yogurt for part of the liquid to make it even creamier and add a protein boost. Right, let's talk eggs. Specifically a protein-packed omelet. And I don't mean those flat, rubbery, overcooked discs you get served in a dodgy cafe swimming in grease. No. We're talking a light, fluffy, beautifully cooked omelet, bursting with flavor and packed with enough protein to keep you feeling like a superhero all morning. Eggs are nature's little powerhouses, and an omelet is one of the best ways to showcase them. It's quick, it's versatile, and when you know the secrets, it's bloody easy to get right. First things first, the eggs. Use good quality fresh eggs. It makes a difference, trust me. For a decent-sized, satisfying omelet, you'll want 2 or 3. Crack them into a bowl. Now here's a tip. Add a tiny splash of water or milk, about a teaspoon per egg. Some people swear by it for a fluffier result. Whisk them. And I mean whisk them properly. You want to incorporate some air, get them light and frothy. Don't just poke them about with a fork, season them now. with salt and freshly cracked black pepper. Always season your eggs before they hit the pan. Now, the pan. A good non-stick pan is your best friend here. Around 8 inches is ideal for a single-serving omelet. Get it on a medium heat. Sometimes the simplest things are the best, aren't they? And that's certainly true for this next breakfast, Greek yogurt with fresh berries. Now don't scoff. This isn't just a tub of yogurt with a few sad berries chucked on top. Oh no, this is about choosing quality ingredients and understanding how to combine them for maximum flavor, texture, and nutritional punch. It's quick, it's easy, it requires no cooking, but it can be an incredibly satisfying and healthy way to start your day, especially when you're short on time but still want something bloody good. First, the yogurt. We're talking proper Greek yogurt here, not that sugary dessert-like stuff that calls itself yogurt. Look for full-fat or low-fat plain Greek yogurt. It's thick, it's creamy, and it's absolutely packed with protein, which is going to keep you feeling full and satisfied for hours. It also has a lovely tangy flavor that pairs beautifully with sweet fruit. The thickness is key. It feels more substantial, more like a proper meal than regular runnier yogurts. Read the label. Make sure it's just milk and cultures, not a load of added sugar and thickeners. Next, the berries. Right, let's get serious about a grab-and-go breakfast that actually tastes like a proper meal. The breakfast burrito. Forget those sad, soggy excuses you find in petrol stations. We're talking about a warm, flavor-packed parcel of deliciousness that you can make ahead, freeze, and have ready to roll whenever hunger strikes. This is the ultimate customizable breakfast, perfect for using up leftovers, and brilliant for getting a balanced mix of protein, carbs, and veggies into your first meal of the day. It's a hug in a tortilla if you do it right. The foundation of any good burrito is, of course, the tortilla. Go for whole wheat tortillas if you want that extra fiber and a more wholesome option. You want a decent size, something that can hold a generous amount of filling without bursting at the seams like an overstuffed suitcase. Warm them slightly before filling, either a few seconds in the microwave or a quick flash in a dry pan. This makes them more pliable and easier to roll without cracking. Nobody wants a burrito explosion first thing in the morning. Now the heart of the burrito, the eggs. Scrambled eggs are traditional and work beautifully. Cook them until they're just set but still moist. Remember, they might get a little more cooking if you reheat the burrito later. Alright, let's talk about something that might sound a bit out there to some of you, but trust me on this one. Chia seed pudding. Before you turn your nose up, hear me out. This stuff is a nutritional powerhouse, incredibly easy to make, and can be flavored in a million different ways. It's like magic. Tiny little seeds transform into a creamy, satisfying pudding with minimal effort from you. It's brilliant for meal prep, and it's a fantastic way to get a load of fiber, omega-3s, and even some protein into your morning routine. So what are these mystical chia seeds? They're tiny black or white seeds from a plant in the mint family, and they have this incredible ability to absorb liquid, up to 10 to 12 times their weight. When they do, they form a gel-like substance, which is what gives chia pudding its characteristic texture. It's a bit like tapioca, but smoother, and in my opinion, much more versatile. Plus, they're packed with goodness, so you're not just eating empty calories, you're eating smart. Making the basic chia seed pudding couldn't be simpler. The general ratio is about 1/4 cup of chia seeds to 1 cup of liquid. Your liquid can be any type of milk, dairy, almond, coconut, soy, oat milk, whatever you prefer. Pancakes for breakfast! Now I can see your eyes lighting up. But hold on, we're not talking about those sugar-laden white flour gut bombs. We're making whole grain pancakes, fluffy, delicious, and packed with fiber and nutrients. Yes, you can have pancakes and still be healthy. It's all about using the right ingredients. The key is the flour. Ditch the white flour and embrace whole grains. Whole wheat flour is a great start, but you can also experiment with oat flour, buckwheat flour, or spelt flour. These flours retain the bran and germ, meaning more fiber and vitamins. The texture is denser, but that's not a bad thing. They're more substantial. Combine whole grain flour with baking powder, a pinch of salt, and a natural sweetener. For wet ingredients, use an egg, milk, and maybe a little melted butter or oil. Whisk dry ingredients in one bowl and wet ingredients in another. Make a well in the dry ingredients and pour in the wet. Mix gently until just combined. Alright, let's talk about a classic, reinvented for a healthy, energetic start to your day, the nut butter and banana sandwich. Now I know what you're thinking, that's kids' food. Well, yes and no. The sugar-laden white bread version with an inch of jelly, that's for the little ones. But a carefully constructed sandwich using good quality whole grain bread, natural nut butter and fresh banana, that's a quick, easy, and surprisingly nutritious breakfast for grown-ups on the go. It's simple, it's satisfying, and it's packed with good stuff. First, let's address the bread. This is crucial. We are not, I repeat, using that flimsy, nutrient-void white bread that sticks to the roof of your mouth. You need something with substance, something that brings fiber and whole grains to the party. Think whole wheat, multigrain rye, or even a good quality sourdough. 2 slices, preferably toasted. Toasting not only adds a delightful crunch but also makes the bread a more robust vehicle for the fillings, preventing any dreaded sogginess. Next up, the nut butter. And I mean nut butter. Peanut butter is a classic, but almond butter, cashew butter, sunflower seed butter for nut allergies, they all work beautifully. And finally, to round off our top 10 healthy breakfast ideas, we have the magnificent veggie-packed frittata. Think of it as a crustless quiche, or an omelet's more substantial, sophisticated older sibling. It's versatile, a great way to use leftover vegetables, and perfect for meal prep. A slice in the morning gives you protein and a rainbow of nutrients. It's elegant, satisfying, and delicious. Well, there you have it, you culinary adventurers. 10 absolutely fantastic healthy breakfast ideas to get your mornings off to a great start.